Good morning, my name is Dr. Jeremy McAnulty from New South Wales Health with the COVID-19 update for Saturday the 23rd of October 2021. There were 332 locally acquired cases of COVID-19 reported in New South Wales in the 24 hours to 8 o'clock last night. In the same period, there were more than 64,000 tests done. In terms of vaccination across New South Wales, we now have 92.8% of people aged 16 and over who've received their first dose of COVID vaccine and 83.7% who are now fully vaccinated. In the 12 to 15-year-old age group, 77.1% have had their first dose and 46.1% have been fully vaccinated. Thanks to everyone for coming forward to protect themselves, their families and their communities through vaccination. In terms of hospitalisation, there are currently 469 COVID cases admitted to hospital, with 123 in intensive care, 66 of whom require ventilation. Of the 123 people in ICU, 96 people are not vaccinated, 18 people have received 1 dose of vaccine and 9 people had received 2 doses of vaccine. Sadly, we're reporting the deaths of 2 people who had tested positive for COVID. A woman in her 70s from Sydney's northwest died at Hornsby Hospital. She was not vaccinated, and a man in his 60s died at Mercy Place, Albury aged care facility where he acquired the infection. He had received 2 doses of COVID vaccine, and it's the second death linked to this facility. And we'd like to extend our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these 2 people who died. In terms of sewage surveillance, our ongoing sewage surveillance system to detect fragments of the virus that causes COVID across New South Wales has identified a number of communities without known cases recently that have tested positive. These are Dungog and Braxton in the Hunter, Geraldary, Wagga, Inverell, Bonny Hills, Woolgoolga, Coffs Harbour, Dunbogan, and Bega, Maruya and Narooma on the south coast. So everyone in these areas particularly be careful about watching out for symptoms and come forward for testing immediately if any COVID-like symptoms appear. Since the easing of restrictions several days ago, we've seen some likely transmission in indoor venues at a high risk, such as bars and gyms. So it's important that we all use masks when indoors and maintain those COVID-safe behaviours at all times. So it's very important, while vaccination is very effective, it's not perfect, and so we need to make sure we're maintaining those COVID-safe behaviours at all times, particularly in indoor settings. And even if you're vaccinated, please come forward for testing if you get even the mildest of symptoms. Vaccine, again, isn't perfect, it's very good, but people can still get breakthrough infections, so come forward for testing if you get those mild symptoms. Halloween's coming up. If you and your family are planning to celebrate Halloween this year, please do it in a COVID-safe way. Aim to keep the celebrations outside, provide closed packaging for treats, and instead of communal lolly bowls, consider other ways to distribute treats. For example, along the front fence of the house or hidden in the front yard. And keep it local, put effort into decorating the front yard and staying in your neighbourhood rather than travelling further afield to treat streets. Don't share face masks or costume face masks, and stay at home and don't participate if you're feeling unwell with any symptoms at all. Check your children don't have any symptoms before going out. If they do get symptoms, please get tested, of course. And if you are isolating and feeling unwell, you should not participate in Halloween and don't have visitors to your house. Practice good hygiene, so wear face masks when close to other people, and make sure you've got good hand sanitizer. Clean your hands at all times. And keep everyone safe. Again, thanks very much for helping keep us all safe through getting vaccinated, coming forward for testing and practicing those COVID-safe behaviours.